Good afternoon, freedom fighters. It is 2:23 p.m. East Coast time, June 26, 2025. We have passed the summer solstice. The longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere has passed. The shortest day of the year in the southern hemisphere has passed, June 20th. Last night we went through a very unusual electrical storm while commercial shrimping in the Gulf of America, Mexico, right offshore of Florida's west coast. Some of the most unusual lightning I've ever seen. Strikes a second. Tornadoes through parts of Florida as well yesterday evening. You can see some unusual bleeps right here at Cedar Key. And not sure what town that bloop came out of at the same time. Let's zoom in a little more on this. They have massive tires across Florida. This is the storm we went through last night. You'll see a bloop here. It's not birds, it's not bugs. Right there. Two different areas at the same exact time. I'm going to try to pause it on it here. You see it at a couple different locations actually. Right there you see some energy that comes off different towers at the same time. But here in Cedar Key, they must have a massive tower or something in this area. We see it activated quite often. And here in like Pensacola or wherever this may be, a lot of cool towns actually right there. I just got a brain fog. I just woke up, but I just got to get this information out to someone that they are using technologies to create our weather system, not natural whatsoever. One of the Carolinas, I think it's North Carolina, their representatives just put out a great video warning these weather controllers that we know what you're doing. It gives me some hope that they can really stop this madness once you realize the technologies used to create storms. Cannot wait to show you the lightning that we went through last night. It was amazing. Let's look at the bigger picture here. Right this minute, over the southeastern United States, very unusual storms and unusual direction of these flows of these storms. I've never seen storms burn off the way they do it. It's machine control. It's not a natural movement of weather. Let's zoom in a little bit on this in Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. You can see the incredible microwave energies. Their technology cannot be hid from their technology. This is a college at the page. Next lab. This is where they teach your weather control group how to use this technology. Most of this weather is being run by computer simulators. They want it to do a certain thing and they just put it in the computer. I don't know how else to put it. I've never seen storms created like these are. It looks like technologies. We'll zoom in on that a little bit more through the north part of Georgia. You can see the technologies and the wave of energy. Imagine all the cell phone towers turning on at one time and igniting the fire of storms like boiling a pot of water. I don't know how else to tell it. They have energized. We need to turn all of these devices needs to be shut down. Imagine thousands of cell phone towers working together to energize a storm. NextRads producing massive microwave energy impulses. It sounds scientific, sounds science fiction, but most of the science fiction films is facts. You know, they created anything we can think of, we can build. You know what I mean? Thank you to the warriors that stuck by me. We're at end times here, my friends. The clock is ticking. I've tried my best to wake up as many as possible, and there will be a line of them that needs to apologize to me. The more educated they are, the more it is to hard to explain that these technologies are real. Moving on, I want to show you last night's incredible storm. I want to show you the video from Dane Weeden with the Carolinas speaking about it. It's pretty short. First, I want to get into yesterday's weather system. Okay, my friends, due to unusual glitches in my system here, it says there's not enough data, so I re-recorded it. I didn't change anything. I'm still recording. Some kind of glitches, but I want to go back the 22nd, 4 days ago, no ship activity. Look at it now. They are back. The ships are back. You can see them in the daytime. These are ships pumping out material, dozens and dozens of ships. We're going to cut this film very short. I'm going to run it till the end here. I don't know how long it'll go. Heavy glitches in my stuff now. But they are making weather with super tankers in the Pacific Ocean. No doubt. They were not there. Ships are there the whole time. It has nothing to do with shipping. We do not pump smoke out of our vessels. None. My shrimp boat smokes zero. I've seen ships in the Mississippi since I was in my early 20s and never seen smoke boiling out of ships that covers the sky. You know what I mean? That is geoengineering shipping that has no direction. They are creating weather in the Pacific Ocean. It is called cloud brightening. Started off at dark here. Cloud brightening is what it's called. These are ships, super tankers pumping the material out. We're going at 10-minute intervals. You can see they're just slow moving ships. Moving on. The other day I didn't really look close enough, but there's massive fires going across Alaska right now. Never seen before, I would imagine. 14,000 acres. They are huge. A lot of cloudy days here, but you can definitely see at times when it is massive fires taking place all across Canada as well. Lots of fires in Mexico and California, Arizona, Nevada. There are a couple days I've seen. I just haven't had time to really do a whole lot here on this, but I needed to show you what happened last night. And everything's so glitchy, I don't know how much I can get out here. Very dangerous storms they put us in. Not so much now, but the past few days it has been unbelievable warm up north. I've seen 100 degrees in a couple places, even in Canada. Been very hot here in Florida. Our water temperature is almost 90 degrees. Our Gulf and Bay temperature is 87 degrees. You're talking about fuel for their storms. The hurricane season, I hope it's not. I don't know who's going to be the target, but I'm really worried. Mexico already had the first recorded massive storm at this early in the year in recorded history. So that's new. You know, they're doing stuff we've never seen before. Okay, I went over the massive microwave energy in the storms, the ships in the Pacific Ocean. I'm going to show you last night's electrical storm. First, I want to show you Dane Weeden's story from the representatives. Really good video from Dane Weeden, which I probably haven't mentioned enough, but I just expect everybody to know of him. But please go subscribe to Dane. He is the pioneer of our fight, in my opinion. I have not had the tools without his work. I would not have the tools to help fight. These people give me high hope. Thank you, Lee. You are a true patriot.
This is a message to our military, defense contractors, and the National Weather Service personnel. We, the elected representatives and senators of South Carolina, along with our constituents, citizens across the United States, and people around the world, stand united in knowing the truth. The black budget geoengineering programs you are involved in are poisoning us all. They are destroying our health, our food supply, and the very miracle of God's creation that we call Earth. We are calling on all Air Force personnel and anyone engaged in these unacknowledged geoengineering programs to step forward together. It's time to help us put an end to these operations. which threaten to end life as we know it if they are allowed to continue. Brothers and sisters in the military, you and I swore an oath to defend this country against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I took that oath during my time in the Army National Guard. And even though I now serve my country in a different capacity, I still live by that oath. It's time for you to remember yours. I am asking you to step forward and testify against the criminal forces driving us toward our own extinction. To the men and women in the Air Force, defense contractors, the National Weather Service, NOAA, the EPA, scientists, and all those involved in the climate engineering programs, this is our call to action. We ask you to come together, share every piece of information you can, and help us expose these crimes against humanity. And together, let's put an end to these programs from within. For those of you who are not familiar with these programs or would like to learn more, please watch my friend Dane Weeden in the Deming documentary at geoengineeringwatch.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Dane. Your work is truly incredible. I just want to save the planet. I want my life back as a fisherman, even though I know it's gone. Thank you, Dane. Everybody, please subscribe. Moving on to the storm. I hope I get it in there. Very glitchy system nowadays. I no longer recognize the weather anymore. It's weather. I've been in it my entire life. I've literally seen lightning strike a few yards away. Excuse me. This is the electrical storm that we see quite a bit of the video. It's a little tiny cloud. Just a few hours later, it's very dangerous. These microwave energies are not normal. I'm going to try to get this, put it in play. I don't have a lot of time to talk here. But this storm becomes very large and dangerous very quick. And this is the Crystal River Power Plant over the horizon. You cannot see the state of Florida. It is only the smokestack sticking up. 2-minute video here before the storm. The whole state of Florida is beyond the horizon there. Like 20 miles away and you can't see land. You know what I mean? It's not high enough. It's the only reason. But in pretty cool video, the storm before it started. And here's the storm that we went through that was raining very heavy, and then it got very windy towards the end, around 30 mile an hour at the peak. It got kind of choppy there for a few minutes, then it slicked right back off. Very beautiful thunderstorms to me, but I no longer recognize the weather. You know what I mean? This is crazy lightning I'm about to show you if the video holds out. Let's go ahead and move on to it. Shorten these up a little bit. Okay, we're still looking off the same direction here. Just gotten dark and the storm's getting pretty intense, building up still. Just a lot of lightning. I'm going to cut it a lot shorter because I just don't know how long this is going to record for anymore. It's weird. Record for 2 minutes or 14 minutes without doing anything. You know what I mean? All I did was stop it and start it over. Very glitchy. All right, the storm is building up inshore of us, and this is the one that's to the north of us, and that's shrimp boats you can see there. Just a continuous flash. I'm going to move on here. Let me see what else. This is a few minutes later, and it's even getting more intense. But my helper might have some weird music on. I ain't weird. I just don't recognize it. I don't know who it is. That storm's not coming to us, but the one to the inshore of us is. It's like it might have mellowed out and everything's come to this storm. Major electricity. That's all shrimp boats inshore of us. I mean, to the north of me. That's not inshore. That's just to the north of me. We're the tallest thing out here. 15 miles offshore. I've seen the lightning strike the water right next to me. Struck straight up there. I hope y'all can see all that good. I know my rigging's in the way here. I had to stand up. I was leaning down on the gunwale there. Major electrical storm. One inshore that's coming towards us. That one there is sure not going off. Okay, this one here is inshore is coming towards us. We're gonna get into it. And I wish I could have videoed while it was storming, but my autopilot was messing up and I had to steer the whole time. But the sun had just set. Very beautiful what I got to see in my life. I mean, I've seen incredible meteors, lightning storms and stuff, knowing I could die at any second. Never know when my last moment's going to be. I told my helper if we get struck by lightning, we're going to get to heaven really quick. A little bit of the rain. I tried to get my helper to wave at me, but he didn't know what I was trying to do. Probably can't hardly hear. It was raining so hard. But the wind came a little bit after the rain. Usually the wind comes right with the rain itself, you know, but it was a little bit afterwards. The second wave of the storm really got us. Wish I could have videoed some of it, but inside the cabin you can't really see much. Really good video after the storm. It's just past us. A little bit of waves is still going on. Some beautiful dolphins. I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna just it's just a minute long here. We'll listen to it. Storm's starting to get a pretty good ways away. That was a good one. We're on the back side of it now. It's going offshore of us. But the Dolphins are very glad it's over. I swore I seen a funnel cloud in that for a second. And then last night on my radar, I definitely seen a funnel on the radar. It looked like. I told my helper, look, it looks like something's heavy right there. It looks like a tornado, a water spout. Then all of a sudden you could see a perfect circle. And we did have tornadic activity yesterday in this weather that tore up Largo or something I seen. Moving on. Well, my friends, I'm glad I didn't glitch out before I could say goodbye to you and show you a little bit of my life and the weather control we have to go through. Very unusual frequencies going off. They're putting up these technologies daily. My night off, the crew that runs the boat on my night off, seeing a rocket go up and explode almost at top of at the end of their stage, it exploded. Made me think if there's people trying to attack them, you know, why are they losing so much of their aircraft? But they're putting up rockets weekly here in Florida, and they're doing it in 4 other locations that I know of. Going to be the most powerful weapon ever presented to humans. The laser satellite, weather control satellites, plus all the technology on the ground We are surrounded by incredible technologies they will not explain to you, but it is controlling our weather. And I must leave you at that. I got to start getting ready for work tonight. Let's hope the storms don't cause any terrible issues to the fleet. Like I said, I no longer recognize the weather. It's one reason I don't want to go out in 3,000 foot of water anymore in Alaska. I mean, they are spraying the Pacific Ocean with ships. I don't know how else to put it, but pretty amazing to see the stuff we see. Commercial Fisherman standing by. I hope you understand why I make these videos. They're just trying to show their evil. You either have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, whatever timeline you happen to be on. Commercial Fisherman standing by.